So guys, we are at Kawartha Highlands today. We are staying on North Rathbun Lake. Beautiful lake. Anyway, so let's start. We started by going to Anstruther Lake. Lots of cottages on it, a few boat traffic early this morning. It is Sunday after all, so everyone I thought would be leaving. The majority of people that were leaving were just canoeists. Seems all the cottagers are just zipping around, having a good old time. Launched our boat at about 9:30 in the morning, started our good paddle all the way up Anstruther Lake. Had the wind at our back, even though the waves were coming from weird directions. But yeah, we were going with the wind, so that was great. And then it was fun seeing all the other canoers going against the wind. Suckers. The lakes were, I have to go into Temagami, the lakes were a little harder to navigate because I was used to the map being bigger. The lakes are a lot smaller here, so I was like, oh, I'm already at the end. Alright, there's the portage. Portages were nice and short, about less than 200 meters, and I think they were both I had two portages today and they were both uphill. That wasn't bad. Got to this site, great big site. We really like that. There's some nice big trees too, so lots of white pine, and loving the mix of hardwoods in here and deciduous trees. Lots of colors popping out, so it's been a great time of year right now. Hammock over there. Connects to an ATV trail, it looks like, that also has the portage, which is really convenient. Thinking I'm gonna move the canoe tonight and do my bag in the morning. Yeah, a little bench over there. Anyways, I decided to make the decision that since this was really windy today, it's going to be windy tomorrow, and I got to go a little bit into the wind tomorrow, that I portage the canoe already down the 1.5 kilometer portage for tomorrow. And it's nice because my site connects right to it. And that's how we're going to go. We'll just get up tomorrow morning, maybe skip breakfast, and go straight to the portage. And we'll go straight to get reunited with our canoe. I know my wife's gonna be upset that I left my canoe there, but as long as it's still there, she doesn't have to be the wiser. Anyways guys, got this great fire, got the steak, got the potato already on, gonna throw the steak on soon, and we're gonna have a good night and maybe do some fishing. Anyways, and I can't believe this guys, the weather is great. It is about 25 degrees today. We're spreading buckets. Spreading buckets on the portages. I even went for a nice swim. I'm able to wear a t-shirt and it's pretty hot out still even during as it gets cool at the night. Beautiful weather. Went for a nice dip too. Sunbathed for a little bit. This is great after last week in Temagami, man, where it was just bitterly cold. This is epic. Firewood is perfectly dry. Oh man, it's gonna be a good night, guys. See you later. Hey guys, welcome back to day 2 here in Kawartha, Highlands Provincial Park. Started out the morning, got the campsite torn down, and then bam, right to the portage. Boy was I glad to see my canoe was still there, untouched, everything at the end of it. And I was also very glad to see that I had already brought it down. That made life a lot better. After that, paddled through the Serpentine Lake. Checked out the island site, it was pretty nice. Then did the short 200-meter portage over to what I was hoping would be Copper Lake, but it turned out to be a creek. Where's Tim when you need him? Another creek.
I hate creeks.
Anyways, no Tim, but I went through the creek, that was pretty fun. Then another short 5-meter portage over into Copper Lake. If you're like me, you'll take a look at this and think that you can get your canoe through here, through this little crack over here. But you can't, you got a portage. The wind, I was trying to get out here early because I knew the wind would pick up, according to my weather report, but I was doing pretty well, so then I went down Copper Lake, checked out the emergency site, checked out a few sites. One site still had its fire still going. Anyways, and I turned the corner and then a little bit of wind, so I managed to paddle over. Got to my campsite 2:34, started setting up. Then the wind just came with such ferocity. Must have been 20-30 km/h wind, and I just, you know me guys, I can't stand the wind. So I called the park, I changed my reservation. No one else is on this lake tonight, thank goodness. So I was able to switch my reservation and come over to this site, which I believe is 233. And no wind noise. I'm pretty much sheltered from the wind. The wind's coming on the south, and I'm blocked to it facing the north here. And this is beautiful. We're going to have a good night, and then we're going to get up early to beat the wind again and get to our next site on. Anyway, some beautiful fall colors, guys. I am just enjoying the fall colors out here. Did a little bit of fishing. No luck yet again, but nothing can be as good as Tamagami. Anyways, I think that's all. We had a nice little swim again. Enjoying this late September warmer water. Anyways, I think that's all. We're gonna get to dinner, which is gonna be falafels. Have our chamomile tea, and then hit the sack. See you guys later. Tomatoes here, courtesy of Lizzie, Jack, and John. Thank you guys. Hey guys, welcome back here to the Kawartha Highlands Provincial Park. We're on our last night here, day 3, and started by getting up really early, packing up, skipping breakfast yet again. We want it to beat the wind. That is the theme of this trip and most of my trips, the wind. Anyways, we paddled across Copper Lake there, did the 400-meter portage into unknown kind of like creek, marshland, beaver creek I would mostly call it. Bit of the tricky section is of the jump there. Wonder how I'm going to do it with the canoe. I jumped down with the canoe and managed to not blow up my knee or get hurt, which was quite challenging. You can see from all the video here. Absolutely beautiful. The fall colors just popping. You had to twist and turn around the creek and you just get a great view of all the trees turning colors. It was absolutely beautiful. I was just in awe doing a nice slow paddle. A bit of wind on there, but it actually wasn't as bad as I was thinking. So that turned out quite nicely. Then we did the 200-meter portage into Rathbun Lake, and I apologize, I believe I've been saying Rathburn, not Rathbun, after Mr. Rathburn. Saw a beautiful waterfall over there, that was pretty cool. Short, steep trail to get there, but I made it about halfway, I didn't want to go all the way down. Anyways, got to my site bright and early before 11 a.m. down that Rathbun Lake there, site 204. Wasn't the greatest site, lots of firewood though, but it wasn't the greatest. Lots of fresh bush, lots of new hardwood, so kind of a, I think it had been recently logged or burned or something in the last 30 years. Finally got internet again, so I was talking with my friends for the trip tomorrow, and I looked at the weather and saw that it's going to be, what, 56-kilometer wind by like 9 a.m. tomorrow, and I'm like, I gotta get out. And it's coming from the south, the entire direction I was going to have to head back. So even though it was about 30-kilometer gusts today, I hightailed it out, did the portage across to Anstruther Lake, and we went back to Big. I hugged the shoreline for the most part until you couldn't hug the shoreline anymore and had to go face onto the high waves and wind. It was pretty gutsy, and it took all I got to get across. We were crashing over some big waves. We didn't film it, but it was pretty cool. About 5 kilometers to get back to the car. Wasn't sure what to do, so I loaded up the car, drove to Wolf Lake, saw that site 300 was open, saw that the wind would be pushing me back to the car tomorrow morning, so I decided I'd book it and paddled here, and I've been here ever since. Wolf Lake has lots of cottages along it. I've been hearing lots of construction noises, but otherwise not too bad. Just one guy working on his cottage. That's a generator going, and he's just hammering away and cutting away every now and again. It really has been easy to ignore. Nice bathrooms all the way down there. Staying at site 300 here on Wolf Lake. It's a peninsula, as you can see. Big site, lots of tent pads further down. You got about 400 or 500 meters till you get to all the tent pads. Anyways, we're gonna do some fishing, get dinner going. We're gonna have Alpine Airs 3 cheese lasagna tonight, and that's all. So see you in Bon Echo next. Site 204 sucks.